It's cool. Holy shit, thank you guys for still being here. How many comics do we have tonight? More than the Weather Channel has meteorologists. Oh my god. Okay. So my name's Ruben Arce. It's a Spanish name. I'm Puerto Rican. Sometimes people are surprised to learn that about me. It doesn't make a difference. You know, I don't care, but it does give me license to tell racist jokes. Coming at you. What do you call a Puerto Rican who's had 8 abortions? A crime fighter. It's true. Too soon from what? Yesterday? The Planned Parenthood's right around the corner. I also would have accepted bad Catholic. Another thing that people are surprised to learn about me is that I'm straight. It's true. I don't really, you know, I'm kind of flamboyant, and I don't help my case by the company I keep. I'm always hanging out with lesbians. Mostly the rugby team. Avengers! Yeah. And I actually spent Super Bowl Sunday with them. And just to tell you how lesbian it was, there was literally a dog adoption from a rescue service during the Super Bowl party. Pretty gay. And so, you notice with those pet bios that you see at the SPCA, you know, they have like the little picture and they're like, this is Timmy and he likes to cuddle, and it never really has information, like specifically with the dog bios, stuff that's really relevant to me, like has no teeth and loves peanut butter. Never get that. Aw, I'm sorry. This is a comedy show. So we're in Ithaca. How many people are from here?
Yeah!
Decent amount? Alright, whatever. I moved here 4 years ago, and after 4 years, the jury's in, vegans swallow. And the other thing I noticed about this town is it's like militantly liberal. So I grew up in the Bronx and then later Middletown, New York. And I was always like the most liberal person I knew. And I move up here and I'm like a Nazi. That's how I feel in comparison. Parents, they don't hit their kids here. And that drives me crazy. Because they're like, fuck you mom, buy me this. And they don't do anything. After 4 years, it's imbued me with this morbid glee that I get every time I see a kid get slapped by their parents. I'm so happy. I'm like, yeah, that's what that kid needs. I wish dollar bills came out of their mouth every time that happens. People would just do it all the time. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Let's see. Oh, another thing. This town is so liberal, I was invited to Black History Month on Facebook. I know it's the shortest month of the year, but I'm not going to miss it if I don't get a Facebook invite. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. This town also has a lot of college students. Any college students? Anybody ever date a college student? Yeah, that's interesting. If there was ever a field of study that could be categorized as a cock block, I think it's sociology. Just try asking for a blowjob after your girlfriend's been taking gender equality studies all day. Guarantee you walk away with dry balls. Anybody here ever use Plan B? Yeah. Plan B? This crowd, I'm not surprised. You guys have been laughing at everything. I actually moved to this town because my girlfriend at the time got into college up here, followed her up. It didn't work out, and she was always on birth control when we were dating. When we broke up, she got off the birth control, and we still had sex, and we resorted to Plan B very often. I had a gimme coffee style punch card. I was getting my 10th one free every time. It was pretty sweet. And if you've had a long Plan B career, like I have, you'll notice that recently, well, a couple years ago, they made a change. It used to be that you take 1 pill now, and then 12 hours later you take a second pill. Now, they have the Plan B 1-step, where it's just 1 pill, and you're done. Sounds convenient, but I think in a college town, that's very irresponsible, because you can put the roofie and the Plan B all in the same cup. I'm sorry, you cannot put the sensual and non-consensual. Speaking of birth control, there was a scare where Planned Parenthood was going to lose funding for a while there. That got overturned, thank goodness. Planned Parenthood, anybody? Thank you. All right, good. There was also a bill in the works that would require women to get a sonogram before getting an abortion. And this Tennessee senator said, okay, we're going to make an amendment to this bill. If women have to get a sonogram before getting an abortion, then men have to get a rectal exam before they get a Viagra prescription. How you like that? So it got voted on and it failed, but it only failed 21 to 19. And most of those 19 were men. So the lesson here, ladies, is that guys like a little ass play. Don't ask either, just do it. Sneaky Pete. That's the best. Speaking of ass play, I went to the doctor recently, had a physical, and no matter how I asked, she refused to give me the digital rectal exam based on my age. Bullshit. It was my birthday. Flat refused. I'm gonna work on her. She's kind of hot. I'm gonna work on her. By the way, I'm so glad that doctor-patient confidentiality only goes one way. But I'm gonna get her to do it. I think she winked at me, and I'm gonna make her use her left hand because she used to play a lot of guitar, and she's got these calluses on her fingertips, which is like being well endowed, if you ask me. And I just know that she would milk my prostate like a migrant worker on a dairy farm. Yep. Okay, so I'm 28 now, recently 28, and I have friends who are getting married now. Some of them are having kids. Not for me, no thank you. Nothing about that sounds appealing to me. Disposable income, that goes right out the window. You're ruining a perfectly good vagina. And even if you go the C-section route, that's like a Ridley Scott Aliens birth. I want no part of it. No part of it. I really want to tell hipster jokes. I have a strong desire to do that. Yeah. I can't though, because of these pants and this jacket and these glasses. Okay, one. You know who the biggest hipsters are? Guys who sell glasses. I was looking at these Ray-Bans and I was like, hey man, what are these made out of? He goes, oh, it's an obscure polymer. You probably haven't heard of it. Sold. So people have last names, that's neat. They're usually based on like a profession, like Smith, blacksmith, gardener. I think it would be neat if we started doing that again with modern occupations. Hello, my name is John Obgine. Jamie Riley gets it. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know what it is about my body these days. I don't know if I'm at a certain age, or if I have a really good diet, or I'm getting exercise. It's not that. But I drink a lot, and I never seem to get a hangover anymore. Like, so much so that sometimes I forget that I've been drinking the night before. My poop never forgets. Harsh reminder the next day. Did you guys know ass could dry heave? It can. Okay. I live nearby. I live in a town called Lansing. Anybody? Lansing. We're kind of cool now. We got a supermarket up there. It's called Lansing Market. And they have a Hispanic food section in the Lansing Market. All right. It didn't say that on the sign, though, for the aisle. It just said Goya. What do you think that word means? And I told this joke the first time I did stand-up, and a couple of weeks later I went back to the same supermarket, and they changed it. They changed the sign. Now it says Goya and Latino. And I was like, does my act have the power to change things? I'm gonna start writing jokes about girls putting out on the first date. When you date people for their personality, people assume you're into ugly women. No one likes that one. Someone's ugly. Okay, show me by round of clutched purses who's ever been to a Kennedy Fried Chicken. Oh, this one has. Yeah, yeah. Kennedy Fried Chicken. They all look the same. It's delicious. They all look the same, but they're actually not affiliated whatsoever. They're each their own entity. However, they all participate in stabbings. You can get stabbed at any of them. True story. Oh man. You ever notice that the people in this country that are most anti-immigration, they're the people who need the genetic diversity the most. You need to embrace it. Thank you. Your children have 45 chromosomes. You're afraid of a little sickle cell? It'll just be the trait. So, speaking of Cortland, I want to base a TV show about Cortland to make it the opposite of Portlandia and call it Cortlandia. Yeah. Where young people stay to watch their dreams die. Where the Miller flows like wine. Where you can get a PhD in phys ed. Portlandia. Several women that I've dated in the past have said that they have problems with their weight. They think they are overweight. They want to lose weight. They want to go to Walmart and take Ally. They want to import ephedra from Canada. They're always scheming. And I'm like, why are you doing this? You know, you're hot. I find a little bit of extra fat attractive. Turns me on. I just don't want to hear you bitch about it. Where's that pill? Sitting on a gold mine. Anybody ever cheat before on their partner? Yeah. All right, that's what I like. Yeah, last time I did a set, people wouldn't own up to nothing. If you're gonna cheat and you don't want anybody to find out about it, you should cheat with someone who's also cheating on their partner. Yeah. Mutually assured destruction is a hell of a thing. Good insurance policy. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this story. It's a true story. When I was a teenager living at home with my mother, I woke up one morning, got up, went to the bathroom, started peeing, and it was just going off to the side. And I was alarmed, so I looked down to see what was going on. And my foreskin was swollen. Yeah, elephant man cock. And I freaked out. I was like, Mom! We need to go to the hospital now. Put down your Bacardi. And I got in. Indian doctor. He saw me. He was like, what seems to be the problem? And I dropped my pants. He took one look at it, and he was like, oh, please don't masturbate so much. All right, that's my set. Good night, everybody.